True excellence in academia lies not only in the pursuit of knowledge, but also in the dedication to nurturing and empowering others on their educational journey. One such charismatic leader who leads by these words is our distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, Director General IILM Delhi. Can we have a gushing round of applause for Sir? We request Dr. Vibhuti Tyagi to welcome him with a token of greeting. Ma'am, please. Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, Director General of IILM, is here. Can we have a round of applause for Sir? Welcome, Sir. Thank you, ma'am. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to take tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. One such dedicated leader is Dr. R. Prasad, Senior Director, ICFI. We request Mr. Pankaj Jain to present a welcome sapling to him. A round of applause. Great leaders are not defined by the position they hold, but by the value they create and the lives they inspire. One such charismatic leader is our session chair, Dr. Sapna Rakesh, Director, GL Bajaj Institute of Management and Research, Greater Noida. We request Mr. S.K. Verma to kindly welcome ma'am with a planter. Please, sir. Welcome, ma'am. Looking forward to hearing from you. With us, Mr. S.K. Sharma, welcoming Dr. Sapna Rakesh with a planter. Thank you, sir. Welcome, ma'am. Before requesting Dr. Sapna Rakesh to take the technical session forward, it is our privilege to introduce ma'am. She doesn't need any introduction, so I'll keep it very short. Ma'am is one of the leading practitioner in management education and an accomplished educationist in India. She holds a PhD in the area of marketing from Kurukshetra University and has been in leadership positions at reputed B schools in India for the last 25 years. She has been fortunate to have worked for diversified opportunities and roles to develop as a prominent academic and administrative head. We welcome ma'am with a huge round of applause once again and request you ma'am to kindly introduce our eminent panelists and take the session forward from here. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Dr. Ajay, each time here. Today even more, because two panelists that we have on the dais in this session, Dr. Chaturvedi and Dr. Prasad. Dr. Chaturvedi, many academicians like you have grown in your shadow in Delhi NCR and in the country. Dr. Prasad, you are heading ICFI Hyderabad, which is one of the prominent schools which has established its own identity and a model which is unparalleled in the country. I welcome both of you here. Thank you, Jimmy, for providing me this opportunity. एक गालिब का शेर याद आ रहा है हमारे जो टॉपिक है उस पर। मैं ज़्यादा देर नहीं बोलूँगी, हमारे सेशन के लिए हमारे पास बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं है, इसलिए मैं शेर से सुना देती हूँ। उम्र भर गालिब यही गलती करता रहा, उम्र भर गालिब यही गलती करता रहा, चेहरे पर धूल थी और आईना साफ करता रहा, चेहरे पर धूल थी और आईना साफ करता रहा। Our topic is balancing disruption. Now, with innovation. Now, academia is always in the receiving end. And as industry moves forward, as world goes forward, academics have to move ahead. Not only move ahead, adapt, bring it in the curriculum, give it back to the society. Also in some form, be ahead of the times in terms of industry. We have seen multiple disruptive changes over the years. We all know AI, generative AI has changed so many facets of academics, but not only that, even the social side of it. today we are moving towards remote working. Gen Z is not willing to come to office. All of them are looking for jobs which are work from home. We are looking at digital currency. Many of us, who are the privileged lot, for us, these changes are very natural, gradual changes. But if you look at the society, which is a little away from you, we will find that these changes are extremely disruptive. So, चेहरे पर धूल साफ करता रहा से मेरा अर्थ यही था कि should we in academics focus on the fundamentals, focus on the traditional education methods, prepare our students fundamentally strong, or should we follow the trends? There are a lot of questions related to this. We have two luminary academicians who will throw light, clear away the dust from the face. What an academician, what an institution, what a university should look forward to in the current era of where the disruption is not one-sided. We have multi-dimensional disruption, and how do we handle it as academia? Should we focus on the new, or should we focus on the old, or how should we establish this balance? To begin with, I would like to call Dr. R. Prasad first. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. R. Prasad to our audience. Dr. R. Prasad currently works as Senior Director and Professor in the ICFI Group, a pan-Indian premier group in higher education. He has architected the personalized, fully online MBA program of the ICFI Foundation of Higher Education. After graduating from IIT Mumbai and from IIM Kolkata, his dominant experience and focus is in leading institutions to integrate education, learning and employment at a large scale. His doctoral thesis was in the area of operationalizing learning and employment in management education in India. He has edited books, published articles and presented papers in the area of strategy, entrepreneurship, change management and employment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. R. Prasad to our presentation. And may I request both the panelists to please remain confined to 10 minutes, for we really do not have time. Dr. R. Prasad, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, all the members present here. Thanks to GMA and Dr. Pandey for having coordinated and invited me, having me here. I'll start with the product that we have made, because you need to see what needs to be done. So I'd like a video to be played. Can you have volume? The Mahabharata is one of India's most revered epics. It presents an intricate tapestry of family, duty, ambition, ethics, and leadership. Its true power lies in its depth, not just of the story, but of the insights it provides. At the heart of the Mahabharata is a complex power struggle for a kingdom between the cousins, Pandavas and the Kauravas. The struggle culminates in a devastating war that decimates nearly everyone involved. The Mahabharata goes far beyond war. It's a deep reflection on ambition, moral conflict, and the burdens of leadership. It challenges the idea of absolute right or wrong, showing a world where choices live in shades of grey and every decision carries a cost. Here is a quote from the Bhagavad Gita. It is the 35th sloka in the 3rd chapter. It means, it is far better to perform one's natural prescribed duty, though tinged with faults, than to perform another's prescribed duty, though perfectly. In fact, it is preferable to die in the discharge of one's duty than to follow the path of another, which is fraught with danger. The rivalry between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, two factions of the Kuru dynasty, is central to the Mahabharata. The Pandavas, led by Yudhishthira, were the rightful heirs to Hastinapura, but the Kauravas, led by Duryodhana, refused to share power. The conflict escalated with a game of dice where Yudhishthira was deceived into losing his kingdom. After 13 years of exile, the Pandavas returned. The Kauravas refused to give them their share of the kingdom. This led to the war. Both sides gathered vast armies. Among those invited to join was King Shalya of Madra, an accomplished warrior and charioteer. Shalya, the king of Madra, was a powerful warrior and the brother of Madri, the mother of Nakula and Sahadeva, Pandavas. Due to his family tie, he planned to support the Pandavas. However, Duryodhana manipulated him into joining the Kauravas with his hospitality. Shalya later visited the Pandavas and explained his dilemma. Yudhishthira, understanding the situation, requested Shalya to subtly undermine Karna's confidence in battle. This, he believed, would ensure Arjuna's victory, leading to the triumph of Dharma. Shalya agreed. Shalya's decisions raised significant ethical questions. Should he have honored his pledge to Duryodhana? Was Yudhishthira's request ethical? Can the end justify the means? The Mahabharata provides no easy answers, but it compels us to reflect on the complexities of ethics for a leader in an extreme situation. Shalya, Duryodhana and Yudhishthira's situations can be visualized in a different form today. Shalya's response to Duryodhana's gambit. What is the role of ethics when a leader wants to return a favor from another leader? Shalya's response to Yudhishthira's request. A leader realizes that he has made decisions without full awareness of stakeholder implications. What is the ethical price they can pay for correcting it? Yudhishthira's request to Shalya. Was the ethical leader being opportunistic? Does the end justify the means? What are the constructs in ethics which help leaders today to first appreciate and then decide in these situations? This case illustrates the ethical dilemmas faced in leadership. The Mahabharata teaches us that while Dharma is ideal, real-world situations and the people involved make decisions ethically tricky. These dilemmas continue to be relevant in modern leadership and decision making. Thank you. Can you please go? We talk about Indian knowledge systems. There's a huge initiative in academia to do something about it. And every institution worth its salt is trying something. So is it just because the government has said something? Absolutely not. So keeping this in mind, we developed our first quick case. A quick case is a 2-page case. And today the trend is not of long, lengthy cases, 20, 30 pages. It is of quick cases. So we developed that and it is uploaded in the Case Center UK, which is the world's largest repository of cases. Incidentally, ICFI happens to be the largest contributor of cases worldwide. But the quick case was the first of its type for ICFI also. When we browsed through the Case Center, we found that video-based cases, there was one which was being promoted in a webinar. It was nowhere near what was required. So we said we will do something about it, and this is the output of that. It uses AI very heavily. It uses storyboarding. So we have a central information team, technology team which does that. It's an independent team. But to get people motivated, it's a completely different job. Now let me come to the topic. We are looking at Vikasit Bharat 2047. What can academia do about it? You all know the challenges, they are there right in front of you. Now I am going to look at the second one, which is demographics and workforce. It was mentioned by previous speakers. We've got the world's largest demographic dividend in front of us. Now where are these people? Most of them are not in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. So if of the 4+ crores who study in the formal higher education system, most of them are in affiliated colleges. You know that. How are you going to reach out to them? How are you going to bring in technology to play a powerful part? What is the biggest problem that we face? In learning, it is not knowledge. It is motivation. It is attention. It is very difficult to get the attention of learners, be they youngsters or be they senior people. So one of the first things that you need to go about doing in education is attention. So this was an example where you bring in technology, you bring in AI, and you're able to do that. This is being produced at peanuts cost. It's not done like a movie. It's done in our own labs. It's possible. It's possible for each institution sitting here. So how do I relate it to what India's needed? This is where it comes from. So if you need to combine all these, look at all these challenges, let's move to the most important challenge, and that is AI-led. AI-led. If you're able to crack AI, you can crack all the other technologies. So let's see. Some of those challenges. We've got many here. I'm not going to delve on it. The PPT is there for anybody who wants to take it. We've got infrastructure, we've got talent, we've got governance, and we've got gaps in various sectors. Let me take a very simple example from what our previous speakers were speaking. Take the MSME sector. By just thinking about AI, they will not look at it. How do we as institutions help them to further something there? Take small projects. What we did here was a small project. We had to figure out what the process was. The team did not know AI. They learned AI. There are enough courses available. And then they built it. And it will be the first of its type. It goes into a global platform as supplementary material for the main case. So if it can be done, it can be done by the others also. If you need help, we are willing to partner with GMA institutions which can take up small projects from MSMEs and involve students. Students are very talented. Students understand technology far more than us. But I think we need to bridge that gap. We need to think forward. We would be willing to consider that. Now let's look at industry implications and trends here. It's about how you can use AI for productivity. We were discussing, faculty members are scarce in this country. We have far more students than we have faculty members. It is therefore important to value the time of the faculty. And one of the ways of doing it is to use technology. So that which is standard today can be seen, the internet has it. You can also have the content. So faculty time needs to go into how to identify problems that student can solve, how to use the frameworks which are available in those videos, and how do you get students as a team to solve some of those small problems. If faculty members are able to do that, not only will they learn what's happening in industry, but they will be able to turn knowledge into application, which is one of the biggest requirements in this country. So you can see that as far as trends go, there are a lot of issues here. But how do you learn? You learn by doing small projects. To start, you need to experiment. You need to get together. For instance, we were able to do it because we got some people motivated in the IT team. If institutions can work together, somebody plays a role, somebody else plays some other role. It's not necessarily that the same institution has to do it. We've got experience in this. We are willing to partner with some other institution, with
because the student may be elsewhere, the MSME may be elsewhere. It's about how to create the opportunity out of a problem. So the most important things that institutions need to worry about. There are two segments, those who are sitting in front of you in the class and the campus. And the other segment is those who need continuous learning. Much of what was said in the morning will not happen if all those workers and executives who are currently working don't get upskilled. Coming together is not that easy. Everyone lives in their own world. They feel insecure when you need to do something together. However, the job of a leader is to motivate. If a leader is able to motivate and get people from different institutions, different departments, some students who are there in AI, some faculty who may be there in HR because the problem may be related to HR. Two institutions, different set of people, that's the need of the hour. That can be done. In fact, as in one of the sessions, the member said, it can be taken as an agenda head for GMA. It's a question of doing small things together. So what does learner behavior say? Nobody has time. If you don't get attention, you're gone. Because the person can learn from books. You see that problem in campuses, attendance percentages. And then today the UGC itself has said we are leaving it to the academic council of the university to decide what should be the attendance to allow the student to the exam. Earlier it was 75%. Now they left it to the university. What does it mean? Attendance is not what it means. Attendance is getting attention. Attend. That is not sitting in front of a faculty member and sitting through all the sessions. If the student is learning, is paying attention. Now how does the faculty member use the time which is saved by not doing these things and making it far more productive? And that is India's future together. If you are able to do that, that's the future of education. Universities are, in India particularly, are the last to be reformed. All sectors are reformed. Education is not reformed. Education needs to be reformed in order to meet those goals. And universities and institutions can do the job provided they themselves look at it with a mindset of change. Now I come to the last point, the second last point. Today you've got a lot of policies which are helping you to do this. I'm not getting into the details. Those who are in academics know what this is already. You can do something somewhere and get those credits and pass it back to what you're doing already. You can take a skill and see how to convert that into an academic grade. All those regulations are already there. So how do you do that very productively, in a very influential and motivating type of way, rather than looking at it mechanically because the regulator has asked you to do something? I think the opportunity that we have described gives you the pathway to do that. Most importantly, an institution which is in a district and does not have the infrastructure of a Tier 1 institution should not aim to behave like a Tier 1 institution. The curse of Indian education is that we are always benchmarking with the West. So whether it is ranking, grading, call it what it may, we are always benchmarking, and there is always one and then there is 100. And then there are thousands who are not even ranked. To go forward? No. If you are in a district headquarters and you have got Indian knowledge systems which are specific to that district, you should see how that can be an opportunity for you. You can see how that can be converted. I think what we have tried to showcase here is just the beginning of what is possible. Lots of talented students, lots of talented teachers think in the right way. I think doing is far more important than talking. And we are trying to do that. If any of you are interested in collaborating or knowing how these things can be done, please feel free to contact me. It's a great future if you want to look at it like that. India can have its own name without having to benchmark the Harvards and the Stanfords. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. grateful to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of great privilege for me to introduce Dr. Chaturvedi to all of you, although in most of the places he does not need an introduction, but still, let's try to understand a little more. Dr. Chaturvedi is currently Director General at IILM New Delhi, which is a 32 years old prominent B School of India. He stands as a distinguished figure within India's higher education landscape, boasting an illustrious career that spans over 48 years. Dr. Chaturvedi's academic journey began with prestigious Agra University. He completed both his Masters in 1976 and PhD in Business Administration in 1984. In 1995, Dr. Chaturvedi embarked on a significant new chapter in his life by joining All India Council for Technical Education in New Delhi as the Deputy Director and then Director in 1998. In 1999, at the age of 44, Dr. Chaturvedi was interested as a professor and director by the leadership of Birla Institute of Management and Technology in Greater Noida by its founders, late P.K. Birla ji and Dr. Sarla Birla. Additionally, Dr. Chaturvedi has served as one of the founders and the executive president of EPSI, which was officially inaugurated on April 5, 2005 by then President of India, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. Chaturvedi's efforts towards the internationalization of Indian education has taken him to over 20 countries, where he has contributed significantly by addressing the key conferences organized by WCSB and FMD, among others. Under his mentorship, over 30 PhDs and fellow candidates have flourished, contributing significantly to the field of business, society, higher education and strategic management. Dr. Chaturvedi has also made his mark as an author and editor with 10 influential books. Through his 5 decades-long career, Dr. Chaturvedi has not only shaped the trajectory of higher education in India, but also left an indelible mark on the academic and policy-making communities, embodying a legacy of excellence, innovation, and visionary leadership. Sir, now the stage is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Sapna, Rakesh ji, thank you, Sri Rahul Agrawal, Dr. T.R. Pandey, my old friend, Chartered Accountant, Charia ji. I can find many places with whom I have been interacting. In 80s, 70s and 80s, your city has been one of the top industrial town of whole North India. IIT revolution came in 90s and importance of Ghaziabad as an important industrial town declined. But during 90s and with the start of the 21st century, a new revolution happened at your city. What was that? Your city started setting educational institutions, particularly in engineering and management. Within no time, Ghaziabad has become one of the top destinations for engineering and management education. It is still enjoying this distinction that in Uttar Pradesh and North India, it is having the largest number of institutions and density of institutions is very good. Friends, but another disruption has already happened. What will happen to your status in 2047? Even before that, in 2035, even by 2030, disruptions are happening with exponential speed. Can you imagine what will happen in higher education? We are talking about the topic academia, balancing disruptions and basics. What kind of disruptions are likely to happen within next 10 years? You have to think about. Otherwise, your distinction may not last long. And disruptions have already started world over. In all the countries, in all the big destinations, what are the big changes are likely to happen? I think we should be very careful to know them and to start preparation for facing those challenges. India, higher education disruptors can be three: technological, economic, and social and geopolitical. The very fundamental disruption is technology, as has been said by the speakers in the earlier session also. This smartphone, which is in your pocket, which is on your table, it has created a big revolution in communication, computation, entertainment, and in many other activities. When I landed Delhi from Agra in year 1995 to join AICTE, we were not having the mobile phones, leave aside smartphones. Very rich people were having a big size mobile phone and they were paying heftily for making a call. And the AICTE officers, they were given some small equipment just for receiving the text message. But the smartphone is having hundreds of equipments which used to be purchased by all of us to do many things in our life. You were using encyclopedia, you were using camera, you were using calculator, you were using computer, and all things together. Had you purchased in 1995, 30 years back, you were supposed to spend more than crore. Now a smartphone costing 50,000 or 30,000 can provide all the services. And this is one example of disruptive technology. Future require big changes like personalization. It has not happened in higher education all over the world because of the obvious reasons. You must have studied in MMH College or IMT Ghaziabad or any college of Delhi or any other city. It was a factory system. 60 students are sitting in the class. Teachers are coming one by one in different periods and using the blackboard, delivering the lectures. Students are sitting silent. And if they are not sitting silent, then teacher will threaten them, warn them, and be disturbed. This old model is obsolete. The new model will be personalization. Means in the class of 16 or in a college where 4,000 students in a college, there was some farewell yesterday. I asked Dr. Pandey, what was the reason that you stayed till midnight? There was a farewell. He told that there was a gathering of 4,000. Can all the 4,000 students in a college can be taught in the same manner? Can the 60 students in a classroom or 20 students in a nursery can be taught in the same fashion? Are the same? I would like to say that the revolution will provide the solution, that is personalization, that teacher will take care of the need of every student by knowing their profile and knowing their power of grasping, and it may be possible by using the computer or disruptive technology. And already whatever could not happen in the higher education in 10 years, it happened within 10 months. Year 2020, COVID has created hybrid education, online education. So we need personalization in education. We need lifelong learning in the higher education, and we need that anytime, anywhere education, anytime, anywhere, that somebody traveling, but he or she can study any program and take the lessons on computer or digital iPad or or the smartphone. Entertainment anytime, anywhere. You go to the toilet, carry our mobile phone and we are listening to the news. Technology will make possible that any person sitting any corner of the world in the remotest places, they can study. If a professor is giving lecture in the Harvard Business School, it is possible that in Andhra Pradesh remote village, a girl of 20 years, she can listen to the lecture of Harvard professor in Telugu language. It is possible. After 10 years, you will see it is happening. So I would like to say that you have to understand the disruptions in academia, and these disruptions are digital transformation. It is required all colleges. No manual, you can't do anything manually. I know that most of the universities and colleges here, they are using the digitalization. The data about crores of students, there are only 4.5 crore students in our higher education in India. After 10 years, the number may swell to 8.5. It is not possible for India to reach to a gross enrollment ratio of 50%. Right now it is 27 or 28%. In the age group of 18 to 25, there are 15 to 20 crores young men. Hardly 4 crores are getting higher education, and that is also of a very poor quality education, which cannot ensure after doing MBA or engineering a dignified job for these students, because the quality of education is not improved. Disruptive technology will make it possible that quality of education for each child of this world can be ensured that he or she may get the quality education. So I would like to conclude by saying that all colleges, owners, teachers, parents, they have to understand that higher education is waiting for the big disruptive changes. Role of teachers will be changed. You are no more, you will not be a teacher disseminating knowledge, because knowledge is already in this smartphone. By using the AI, you can find out anything about any disease, any scientific discovery, anything you want to know. You are not supposed to go to a library, or you are not supposed to find out from Google. Anything can be collected by using various tools and techniques created by you. So we should think about 2025, 10 years, 2035, 10 years from today. We should think about 2047, when India will be able to become one of the powerful nations of the world. It may not be possible without embracing the technology, without embracing the disruptive changes. And one thing is sure, but embracing technology or accepting the disruptive changes will not compel us to forget the basics. Nobody can say that teachers will not be required in schools and colleges. Teachers will be required, but their role will be changed. They will not deliver the monotonous lectures. Lectures will be available about any topic. You can search on YouTube, you can find lectures. Other tools are being created by Gemini. Gemini Teacher. Gemini is an artificial intelligence tool. So many artificial intelligence tools like chatbot or Gemini, they will provide that you can have lectures and tutors. So scenario, you can imagine, professor will wake up in the morning, Delhi University or Meerut University. In the morning, the personal chatbot will give them in a sweet message, wake up professor, you have to take the class at 9 a.m. and this will be the topic. So many will be the students. And the professor will ask the chatbot working as an assistant to the professor that do so and so preparations and inform so and so students and collect the attendance also. So, my dear friends, we are waiting for very big times. but surely the role of teacher and the role of learning between the teacher and the student, the role of parents and the values which we have carried in our life. The NEP 2020 has highlighted this fact that in the race for technological supremacy, we cannot leave aside our values. Human values will be important, character will be important, honesty will be important, whatever values. In Mahabharata, we have learned from the war, it was a war of values also. Whatever we have developed Indian culture, 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 old culture, whatever values have been there, I think NEP has highlighted this point that we have to prepare our children not only as a person of high values, they should also be proud of their nation and they should also prepare themselves for a global citizenship. In future, our children will go to any part of the world, they live in any part of the world, they work in any part of the world, and they will remain connected to this country, great country with parents and family. And I think the artificial intelligence and disruptive technology will solve many of the problems of the world, but also create some of the major problems in future. Thank you.
For this power-packed session, we now request the ITT to kindly display the QR code. Audience, your responses are once again solicited on few questions. We are great privileged to present a token of gratitude to our eminent panelists for their insights. I request Dr. Amita Srivastava to kindly present a token of gratitude to Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi ji. Ma'am, please. Thank you once again for joining us. Thank you so much. We request Mr. Ajay Sharma to kindly present a token of gratitude to Dr. Sapna. To capture the memories, I request all our panelists, Disruptions with Basics. Our academicians had shared their insights with us.